What's up, guys? My name is Tai Zen. Welcome to the cryptocurrency.market channel. This is a trading, investing, and entrepreneurship channel. We like to share the tools, techniques, and strategies that help us grow a 7, 8, 9-figure business and a investing portfolio. So we only talk about the real-world stuff here. None of that theoretical nonsense that does not work out in the real world. Okay. So in this video, guys, I want to talk about how we use the TaiFu cryptocurrency market indexes so that we can filter out the coins that we need to invest in, or the potential coins that we want to look at that has the potential to create life-changing profits. All right. So before I get started, I want to just go over real quick how we did it in the past. When our team got into the cryptocurrency market, there was nobody talking about cryptocurrency trading and investing. There was a very small handful of channels that talked about Bitcoin, the technology, and what it can do and everything. But there was no channels at that time that talked specifically in late 2012 and early 2013 that talked specifically about how to invest or trade Bitcoins. Okay, so we started our channel back then because we saw a lot of people making some really common mistakes, and it was a new market to us, and we just wanted to share our mistakes with other people. Okay, so in the beginning, when Bitcoin was like 100% of the entire market cap of the cryptocurrency market, it was not really hard to determine what coin to invest in or to trade. It was very simple. You just trade or invest in Bitcoin. And that happened all the way up until maybe like the middle of 2017. So for the first like 5 years that our team was in Bitcoin, we really did not do much trading and investing in other coins except for Bitcoin. And then in 2014, obviously, we were the first channel to talk about investing into the Ethereum ICO. So that was like the second coin that we talked about investing into. The third coin that we talked about investing into outside of Bitcoin. Before that, it was Bitcoin, and then there was NXT, and then there was Ethereum, and then there was, at the same time that Ethereum came along, there was also Litecoin and Dogecoin. So those were the early coins. But back then, there was not that many coins for us to trade or invest in, and the trading volume was so low that if there was any other coins, it did not matter, because even back then in early 2013, it was very difficult to even buy like $500 or $1,000 worth of Bitcoins or any cryptocurrency. So that was the reason why when Ethereum came out with their ICO in July of 2014, that was the reason why our team invested into it, because it was one of the few cryptocurrencies that we can actually put more than just a few $100s in. Okay, so it was very easy for us to analyze the fundamentals and the reasons why we wanted to put money into Ethereum. If you guys look on my channel, we did an interview with Vitalik, one of the founders of Ethereum, and we did the interview with him, taught him in person at the conferences, and this is back in the old days when he was still accessible. Nowadays, he's too big, too rich, and too busy to be able to sit down and chit chat with us anymore. Okay, but back then, since we spotted him as up and coming talent, we were able to do that very quickly. And then after the Ethereum ICO, there was other ICOs that came out. And in case you're new to the crypto world, the ICO stands for Initial Coin Offering. That's where each project would sell tokens of their projects to do like a crowdfunding, so that they can have money to build their coin project. All right. So after the Ethereum ICO, there were other coins that came out, such as Waves, Stratus, Lisk, Ant Shares. It was later on rebranded into Neo. And then what else? There was Factum. There was a bunch of them. Okay, but I say there's a bunch of them, but realistically, there was only about maybe a dozen of them between the year 2014 and like near the beginning of 2017. And our team pretty much got into every one of those ICOs back then. Okay, so back then it was very easy because we can actually just contact the founder of that coin project and then ask them all the questions that we need to ask, okay? But then came 2017, and there was a huge influx of ICOs and new coins coming out. And at that point, we really did not have the time, the energy, or the desire to go out and interview every coin out there to see if they were good or not, right? So after learning from the first 4 or 5 years of trading and investing in cryptos, we realized that there was certain criteria that we wanted in a coin, okay? Now, and we go into more detail about all those criteria. It's in a method that we call the VC MAN method, and each letter stands for a certain specific criteria that we look for in a coin before we even look at it to even consider putting money into it, okay? If you guys want to learn more about how we use the filters and the criteria and the fundamental analysis and the due diligence that our team uses to determine if this coin is worth putting money into or not, I highly recommend that you guys get educated on how we do that by going to www.cryptocurrency.market/blueprint and get a copy of our cryptocurrency investing blueprint, because in that blueprint it records everything that our team has ever done to be able to get to a point where we're able to manage a 7, 8, and 9-figure portfolio on our team, okay? So those are the writings on the walls, those are the lessons that we learned, and those are the mistakes and experience we got. So you can shortcut your way and increase your potential to create life-changing profits by going to get a copy of the cryptocurrency investing blueprint, okay? So after we realized that, hey man, there were certain characteristics of each coin that gave it a high probability of success, what we did was we developed that method and put it into the cryptocurrency investing blueprint. And then what we also did too was that we realized that as more and more hundreds and thousands of coins started to show up on the markets, we really did not have the time to implement that filtering criteria across thousands of coins. So what we did was we built what's called the TaiFu cryptocurrency, the TaiFu 30 cryptocurrency market indexes. And what these indexes do is that it takes all the thousands of coins on the market and it runs it through kind of like a funnel where it filters it so that all the coins that meet our criteria, our first criteria, then it goes down, it narrows it, right? So in the first filter, it might take 7,000, 8,000, 9,000 coins and then filters it down, and now there's only like 2,000 or 3,000 left. And it goes through another filter and another filter, and as it goes through like that, okay? So in this video, I want to share with you guys those 2 or 3 of those filters that we specifically use to quickly weed out and eliminate all the garbage coins, and then focus only on the coins that has the potential to give us life-changing profits. And when I'm saying life-changing profits, we're talking about like a 5x, 10x, 20x, or even a 100x move. In the traditional stock market, we talk in terms of like 5%, 10%, 20% gains, things like that. But in the cryptocurrency market, we don't talk in terms of percentage gains. We talk in terms of multiples. And a 100% profit in the stock market is equivalent to a 1x in the, so the X stands for times. So 1x means 1 times your money. So if you put in $1,000 and you grow it to $2,000 and there's $1,000 of profit in there, then that would be considered a 1x. If you grow to $5,000, then there would be 4x of profit in there. So our goal is to look for coins that has potential to give us 5x, 10x, 20x, 50x, 100x, okay? Not just small single-digit percentage profits, all right? So the first criteria that we run through that we put the TaiFu into the TaiFu 30 cryptocurrency market indexes is the number one thing that's the most important to us is the hardware wallet support. Okay, if the coin does not have a hardware wallet support within Ledger or within the Trezor hardware wallet systems, then we don't even want to waste time looking at it. Okay, because the number one cause of losses that our team has personally seen with our students, our viewers, our followers, and the people around us and our colleagues is not from the market crashing, but from just losing the coins. Okay, let me say that again. The number one cause of loss in the cryptocurrency market is due to losing your tokens and your coins, not from the market crashing 90%. So because of that, to eliminate that, we make sure that the coins that we invest into has a hardware wallet support. So that's the first criteria, okay? The second criteria is that we want to make sure that the coin has large trading volume. So when we first started out, we only started out with a few $100s, $1,000 or $2,000 into the cryptocurrency market. And it was not that hard to buy, to get into once they started having exchanges like Coinbase, Poloniex, Bittrex, Binance, and things like that. It was not really hard to get in and buy $100, $1,000, or maybe even $10,000 worth of coins. However, as our portfolio grows into the 6, 7, 8, 9 figures, right, it's really, really hard to get coins that have enough volume to be able to put into a 7, 8, or 9 figure portfolio. So because of that, we do not believe in wasting time practicing and learning and practicing and using skills that only work for a $10,000 portfolio, but it does not work when you get into a multi-7-figure portfolio or an 8 or 9-figure portfolio. So we don't waste time doing that. That's why you don't see us talk about lots of short-term trading, lots of scalping and things like that, because that does not scale into a large portfolio. Okay, so the first thing that is the hardware wallet support. The second thing is trading volume. So trading volume is pretty much faked by all the exchanges, okay? It's really hard to see this if you're an inexperienced trader or investor in crypto, but I've had a lot of experience in doing this, so I can see when the volume is not real. And the way that I determine that is that I look at the order books to see what they show and what I can really buy. Okay, so I look at that, and for example, if it shows that they trade, let's say $10, $20 million a day, then it should not really be that difficult to buy $100,000 of that coin. But most of the time, whenever you see these large volume numbers, right, they're fake because they're coming out of the Asian exchanges, and the Asians do not have the strict financial laws like the Western countries, especially like the US. So because of that, they can fake their volume, and there's no law enforcement and there's no oversight to check to make sure that they are reporting the correct volume. So on all the Asian exchanges, I pretty much believe that 70, 80, 90% of all their trading volume, they're all fake. I don't believe any of it, okay? So if you look at that, right? Also, they can manipulate using techniques such as front running, watch trades, and just do all kinds of fake strategies and methods on the exchanges to create and foment the market. Foment means to create an illusion that there's more activity than there really is, okay? So because of that, I don't trust any of their trading volumes. And there's something else that they can do on the exchanges that you may not be able to see, is that they can manipulate the trading volume and the price to spike up the volume or to reduce the volume. So these are all the different shenanigans that they do. And obviously as the years go by and the markets become more and more mature, these exchanges will be exposed and they will be eliminated from the market. But right now it's still early. So and when I say early, this is like getting into the internet back in 1994 or 1995. It's still way early, guys. Don't think that just because Bitcoin has run up to $10 or $15 or $20,000 that this you're late. Okay, this is still very, very early. Okay, you have no idea how early you guys are into the crypto market. All right. So because of that, I want to make sure that the coins that I'm going to put money into actually has real trading volume, so I can come in with $100,000 and come out with $100,000. So I can come in with 500,000 or $1 million or 2 million and things like that. So because of that, what we do is we put a 90-day criteria on all the coins. We want to see that they have a large trading volume for an average of 90 days. And then once we do that, then what we do is we sort out all the coins, right, into a list, and then we choose like the top 30, 40 coins, and that's it. And that's what we focus on. We select the top 30 coins for our cryptocurrency market indexes, and then the rest of them, we really don't pay too much attention to it because it does not have enough trading volume for our portfolios, okay? Now, some of you guys might say, hey, Tai, but if your portfolio is in the 7, 8, 9-figure range on your team, is it okay if the smaller guys with like a $5,000 or $10,000 portfolio or a $1,000 portfolio to get into these coins? And my answer is no. The reason is this. The reason why we don't recommend that is because you want to practice skills that are transferable. So one of the mistakes I made when I was growing up and learning how to trade was I would learn all these short-term, make money quick schemes in trading and strategies, and then what would happen is that as my portfolio got bigger and bigger and bigger, I couldn't use those strategies no more. And I look back and I wasted so many years learning all these rinky-dink, all these small-time strategies that produce $50 a profit or $100 a profit or $300 a profit, but they were never strategies that would allow me to make like a 50 or 100,000 or 500,000 or $1 million profitable trade. So because of that, we don't recommend that, because you can only become a big-time trader if you practice big-time skills in trading and investing, okay? So that's why we don't recommend that, all right? And again, guys, I'm gonna say this again, if you're serious about doing this stuff and you're serious of, you're putting a 6, 7, 8 figure amount of money into crypto, I highly recommend you go to www.cryptocurrency.market and get you a copy of our cryptocurrency investing blueprint. It is the absolute best training program on the planet, right, for anyone who is serious about trading and investing in crypto, all right? So after we put that 90-day in place, so we got the hardware wallet and then we got the 90-day trading volume, average trading volume, so that we make sure that even if the coin comes out and they try to manipulate it in the market, that the filters that we put in place filter it out. So a coin project or an exchange can manipulate a coin and spike up the price and spike up the trading volume for a day, a week, or a month. But for them to do it for 90 days, that's going to cost them a lot of money, and it's going to become very noticeable to the rest of the market. So usually when they manipulate the price or the volume or the exchange, usually they try to do it for a short period of time, make a quick buck, and then they wait and then do it again later on. They don't do it continuously for a whole 90 days, okay? So that's the reason why we have the 90-day trading volume filter in there, okay? Now, the other thing that, so once we get that, then we narrow that universe of 7,000, 8,000 coins into a very, very small universe of coins that we can look at. And then once we do that, then we look at each individual one and see if it makes sense or not. We see, hey, does this make sense? Is this going to be able to stay here for another 3 months, 6 months, a year? Then we'll consider getting into it. But if we look at it and we say, hey, this project does not make sense, or this coin does not make sense, then we take it out. So we use the TaiFu 30 cryptocurrency market index as a guideline so we manage our portfolio. Now keep in mind this, we have 2 flagship indexes on our channel, okay? One is the TaiFu 30 cryptocurrency market index, and the second one is the TaiFu 30 altcoin market index. So one's the altcoin market index and the other one's the cryptocurrency market index. The difference between the two is that the cryptocurrency market index has Bitcoin in it and the other one does not have Bitcoin in it. So that's the biggest difference between the two. Now, Leon has a bigger portfolio than I do, because when we both started back in 2012, he had a little bit more money than I did. So he ended up growing his portfolio much bigger than I do. So because of his bigger portfolio, he really does not have a lot of choices, right? He has to stay within like the top 12, top 15 coins in the TaiFu 30 cryptocurrency market index. The reason is because those are the only coins that are big enough and have enough trading volume for him to manage his portfolio and to grow his portfolio. Now for me, I'm in a similar situation, but I'm being stubborn and I'm a bigger risk taker than the rest of my team. So in this coming bull market, right, I will go ahead and take the risk of not having Bitcoin in my portfolio and then just focus on all the altcoins like Ethereum and the other altcoins, and then because I believe that there's a bigger potential for reward in the altcoins than there is in Bitcoin, right? So that's it, okay? Now, I have no choice as my portfolio gets bigger. So probably, as the bull market starts and it goes up and goes up, it's almost certain that I am forced to convert my altcoins into Bitcoins simply because of trading volume and because of liquidity, okay? So I don't want to be stuck, right, making $1 million or $2 million in profit, but can only cash out $200,000 or $300,000. Okay, like in 2017. I want to be able to know that if I make a trade that makes $1 million in profit, I want to know that I can cash out $1 million in profit. I don't want to get stuck like in 2017 on several different coins where I have $1 million worth of profit and I can only take $100,000 or $200,000 of profit out of that coin. Okay, so I'm not going to make that mistake again, and no one on our team wants to make that mistake again either. Now, here's the other thing too. Okay, a lot of these coins, and I'll make a separate video and talk about some of the little nuances and little details that would cause us to not get into that coin, even though it's in the TaiFu 30 cryptocurrency market index. Okay, I'm gonna make a couple of extra videos here on top of this one, and talk about why I dumped Bitcoin Cash, and why I dumped Bitcoin SV, why I dumped EOS, and why I dumped Decred and all these other coins to put into Bitcoin and into Ethereum. Okay. The other thing too is that my goal was to get into altcoins in this coming bull market, and as the profits go up, as it goes up, I was going to sell and take profits, right, and convert it into fiat, into US dollars, euros, pounds, yen, whatever, and then hold it, and then wait until the bear market hits when Bitcoin crashes back down, and then take that cash and go back in and buy Bitcoins. Okay, now something that happened recently was that a coin called Filecoin came out. Now, we bought Filecoin back in 2017, and we signed the SAFT agreement with them that said that we won't get the tokens for 3 years. And we made the mistake, or there was a misunderstanding somehow, to where we are not going to get those coins. We thought it was for 3 years from the time we signed the agreement, but in fact it's 3 years from the time they launched the token. So the token was launched in October last month. So because of that, we won't be able to get that all those tokens because it's been vested out for 3 years. All right. However, due to that Filecoins coming onto the market, it has completely changed my plans and my goals about managing my portfolio. Whereas in the past, I had no intentions of getting into Bitcoin anytime soon because I want to take advantage of the altcoin run that's going to happen in this bull market. Because that Filecoin came out, it completely changed the composition and the bet sizes on all my crypto in my portfolio, because it turns out that Filecoin is a huge winner for everyone on our team. So because of that, now I am forced to get into Bitcoin. I don't want to, but to reduce the risk in my portfolio, I'm forced to do that. And I'll talk about that in more detail in a separate video whenever I have time. But just know, guys, that this is how we use the TaiFu 30 cryptocurrency market index and the TaiFu 30 altcoin market index. And if you're struggling to figure out what coins should I get into, right, I believe that the TaiFu 30 cryptocurrency market index is a really, really good start, because we already programmed the software to do a lot of the filtering for us. So it's giving us the absolute best of the best of the best coins. Okay. Now, when we say the absolute best of the best coins, that doesn't always necessarily mean that it's going to make the most profit. It's the most safe that's going to allow us to get a potential gain. It's the coins that have the best chance of making life-changing profits, and the one that is that we consider to be the most computer secure. All right, because we don't want to lose those tokens. So I hope that this video helps you guys out in understanding how to use the TaiFu 30 cryptocurrency market index to filter out the coins, so you know what coins to invest in. If you guys want to learn more about how we invest, how we trade, how we manage a 7, 8, 9-figure portfolio on our team, I highly recommend that you guys go to www.cryptocurrency.market/blueprint and get a copy of our cryptocurrency investing blueprint. Get it before the bull market starts, so that you guys have the knowledge on what to do when it goes up there. If you guys, all it takes, guys, is one right move and one right coin, and that could be the potential to make the life-changing profits that can help you quit your day job, or that one wrong move that will force you to have to wait another 5, 10, 20 years before you can retire early like we did. All right, so thanks for watching this video, guys, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys in a future video. Thank you.